Pranam Gurudev. Justly you have spoken about the verse from Upanishad on truth. But in the present day, I find people in the society live in their context of their life is such complicated that it becomes almost unavoidable to become 100% truthful in their lives. What is your suggestion for these kind of people, those who are making their business or working in the politics or even in the Indian bureaucratic system is such shrewdly maneuvered and manipulated? In that case, how people can make their space and can follow the path of truth 100%?
Well, everything is not for everybody, for the time being. The time and space and situation we cannot avoid. Every lesson cannot be for every person in the world. People have to pass through different phases to come to the reality. All children in the school are not meant for PhD. Then PhD would be very, very, very easy. All people are not meant for doctors. All people are not meant for engineers. So, truth is needed for those who are seeker after truth. What we are speaking at the moment is for those who are aspiring for realizing truth, realizing the best thing in the life, the purpose. But the people who are obsessed with mundane selfishness, a lot of people are obsessed with selfishness. Those who are seeking their mundane benefit by hook or by crook, in that case, they won't be able to follow this principle at the moment. They will miss the truth, and they will not have the supreme truth. We are talking about supreme truth, and in order to attain supreme truth, you have to tune yourself with the relative truth. And such people are always rare. Even in the Gita, it is mentioned that out of thousands of people, only one wants to be perfect. And out of thousands of people who are trying to be perfect, only one becomes perfect. So perfection is very rare. You cannot have diamonds like stones in the street, or you cannot have gold like iron ore. Exactly in the same way, this principle that we have talked about, Upanishadic principle, is meant for those alone who want to correct themselves, who want to transform themselves from animal to human and human to divine, and realize the supreme purpose of life, that is the realization of the supreme.
Well, it's coincided, wonderful answer, of course, but just in the talking of truth, you were talking like, our heart is like a musical instrument which has thousand strings.
Moreover, education is the foundation of everything. Society moves with education, civilization moves with education, culture moves with education, human life is with education, the happiness of human being is from education, the glory of human being is from education. Education is the foundation of everything. The modern education doesn't speak of truth. The modern education doesn't speak of truth. It speaks of things, these things, that thing, but it doesn't speak of individual development. It doesn't speak of spiritual development. It doesn't speak of your intellectual and your vital development, your personal development. So it doesn't talk of truth, because it doesn't care human beings are something. But when we consider human being to be the most precious thing in the world, and each and every human being should be trained through education in such a way that he becomes a true human being. We don't want to make human being. To make a dog, you don't have to train him. To make a tiger, you don't have to train him. To make a monkey, you don't have to train him. But to make a human being, a true human being, you have a lot of accessories to take care, a lot of training to take care. And out of this training, truthfulness is one that we have talked about. So our modern education are following I don't know how this misfortune came upon us. From the West or from the East, I am not talking about. I say both for the East and the West. If you want a true human civilization, if you want a true bulk of mankind, a multitude of mankind, You must change your education. You must make your education more integral, more a personal development, individual development, how individual can be happy, strong, self-confident, peaceful, divine peace and love for the divinity and realization of the divinity. This kind of culture, this human science should be cultivated and developed. Instead, we are giving little books and little phenomenal science, little mathematics, little this, that, and then we are making them educated, giving them a certificate. This is, I think, a lot of deception in that. Education has a lot deception, because it is excluding deliberately the human part of education. Human part of education. And in human education, if you come to that, it is even bigger than the modern scientific education, because human being is a big science. Transformation of human being is the most difficult thing in the world. And for that, Upanishad is there, truth is there, honesty is there, and also the moral disciplines are there. And over and above, you have to develop your concentration of mind and personal faculties, personal human faculties. So those things we are not taking care. Naturally, people are not trained that way. People don't have their confidence in that. They don't have, if a thing they have not tasted ever in their life, how can they be fascinated to that? So they are not fascinated to that. So they are taking the tricky way of life, sometimes falsehood, sometimes these, all mixed up together. And that way, some will be degrading, some will be afflicting. So we are depending on the natural education. If you have become a good human being, it is naturally came up. If Mr. Jain has come up to be an honest human being, it naturally came up because of his karma and sanskar. But we are not trying to give this sanskar. We are not trying to reform the sanskar and impose the sanskar upon children that this is the way of life. So education doesn't speak you of any way of life. No way of life.
That's great. You see, in the context, is it true we can say that our all uneasiness that we create inside our heart or felt inside our heart because of the untunement of the strings of the heart?
Of course, of course.
It is only because of the
like
truth.
The tension, right, you are right. If a musical instrument is not tuned, how can it produce a good music? If you have not tuned your heart with truth, with honesty, with humanity, how can you have happiness? Happiness comes from dharma. Dharma means tuning yourself. Dharma means tuning yourself with truth. Otherwise, running to temples, going to here and there, going to the babas, and with a bundle of kera, bananas, going here and there, all, I think it's all external kind of things. That does not bring anything unless you have tuned yourself, your heart, with truth and honesty and a life, way of life. That is why Hindu religion says that it is a way of life. It is a way of life. So way of life has to be amended. And education must teach you how to amend your way of life, how to make your way of life more perfect from spiritual point of view, from moral point of view.
So how every moment we can lean against more nearer to truth, we go more nearer to...
You will automatically go. If the rail lines are perfect, the train starts and it goes. If you have already trained yourself in truth, the truth will guide you, truth will lead you. In the beginning you have to accept truth, worship truth, please truth. And if you have followed truth, the truth will say, oh, he is the true student. Let him guide. So truth will guide you. Truth is a living faculty. Truth is nothing dead. Truth is a living entity. Whole universe is being regulated by truth. And truth observes everything. It witnesses everything. And if you are struggling for that, the truth will guide you. Because truth is within you. Nobody can exist without truth. And difficulty is there, that you are not tuning yourself with truth. So truth doesn't give you what is to be given. What is to be given? The greatest happiness, the greatest joy.
Then what is restlessness and what is peace?
Restlessness is this,
Restlessness
is this.
In the context of truth, how do you explain
when you are discomfort, when you are in discomfort, you cannot sleep.
That's true.
You only make turns in the bed, because bed is hot to you. Bed is not comfortable to you, because you have no peace. Exactly in the same way the people, peace comes from within, from the bottom of your heart, and you must earn it. You must earn it through your right education. Education is not right. Education is not complete. Only few informations is not education. Education is transformation. It's not teaching you anything to transform yourself. Go to the schools. Thousands of students study there for a piece of paper, and they think that they're accomplished. And they don't get anything in their life. Money is what? Money anyhow. Why? This education, modern education, started from how? When? 1835. Before that, there was no education. In the subcontinent, there was no education. In India, had there been no education, how Konark came, how Buddha came, how Patanjali came, how great masters came, how Vyas came, how Valmiki came, how great poets came, how Kalidas came. Why you don't make any research on that? Why thousands of rishis came? How such volumes of literatures came? If there was no education, it started from 1835.
One more little question. That there are many goody people we found in this society, though apparently they do not lie. They lead a perfect life of truthfulness and all right, but they are not attaining the highest realization. In that context, what you are going to suggest?
Oh, they are not struggling that way. If they are not lying, it is a shallow, unsurfacial thing.
Right.
They have no ideology in life. They have no goal in life. If you are not made goal, if you take a cycle and say that why I am not reaching like an aeroplane, I am also paddling, the plane is also moving, the car is moving. By your vehicle, you have to see that what vehicle you are riding. You cannot fly like an aeroplane. So if you have made your aim for the realization of the Supreme, then you are following truthfulness, honesty, all sorts of yama niyama. Then you will reach that. You have not made your goal like that. You are still in the world. You think that you have to earn trinkets of money. You have to make your children the so-called education and this, that. You are busy with the mundane things. Then you, out of fear, you might not. People sometimes do not lie out of fear. People sometimes do not lie out of prestige. Their prestige will be gone. People do not sometimes lie because their children will slur on them. Children will criticize them, criticize them. So this kind of thing will not do. You have to be truthful and a lover of truth. You have to be a lover of truth. That I must realize truth in my life. And that is the main purpose for which I am existing here upon this terrestrial plane. And whatever I might be doing, I must be doing for truth. That way, I think sadhana has to be done, Higher levels have to come. Following truth is only a primary level, my dear. And for realizing you have to have dharana, dhyan, samadhi, so many other things to do. It's only a preparation. But most people even don't have the primary preparation. They don't even have the primary preparation. That is what we are speaking about here. Every preparation has its time. A boy passes in class 4, he has some satisfaction that I have passed my examination. Then he passes in class 8, he has another satisfaction. He passes in the school examination, another satisfaction. He becomes university. So satisfactions have its levels also. So if you are truthful in your mundane world life, there also you are benefited. If you might be thinking, some people have seen, they say, my friends, they have made so much of money falsifying, taking bribe, and I have been honest and I could not make money. That means this man has loved honesty from heart. Out of fear or something, he didn't take bribe and now he is lamenting that I could not do this, This way it will not do. Truth will pay you only when you love truth. Truth will pay you, definitely. Feedback you will get, but you have to love truth. Truth from the heart.
Could that be called as Bhakti Yoga?
Well, Bhakti Yoga, definitely. Bhakti, of course, Bhakti. Truth is.
Love for truth and
it's also Bhakti.
Idea like.
It's also Bhakti. Sure. Bhakti is great thing. Love for truth will give you Bhakti. And when there is Bhakti, there is happiness, joy, you will be naturally truthful. A man with Bhakti to God will not lie, will not falsify, will not cheat anybody, will not hoodwink anybody. Cannot hoodwink anybody, because his nature itself will not do that. He has Bhakti,